Welcome to The Explainer. If you live in Southern California, you absolutely know that sinking feeling of opening up a summer electric bill. You're suddenly sweating way more about the cost than the actual heat outside, right? Well, today we are breaking down exactly why San Diego AC bills are so incredibly high, and more importantly, how you can fix them. We're skipping all the generic fluff and using clear, hard data from the experts at Climate Pros SD to give you a direct, practical guide to mastering your summer bills. Okay, let's dive into this. We're going to cover the San Diego sticker shock, the hourly cost formula, coastal versus inland expenses, the time of use trap, and finally, cutting your AC costs. Section 1. The San Diego sticker shock. So, I want to ask you directly, why exactly is your San Diego AC bill so high? You might think your house is just poorly insulated, or maybe your unit is totally busted, but the truth usually comes down to some simple math that most homeowners just don't have access to. Here's the hard truth. It costs roughly $1.20 to $1.75 for every single hour your compressor is actively running in San Diego. Think about that. It's not just a few pennies. Every hour that unit hums outside, you can literally hear those dollars ticking away. And honestly, this is exactly why those generic online calculators completely fail San Diegans. Look at this comparison. The national average electricity rate is around 16 cents per kilowatt hour, but San Diego Gas and Electric, SDG&E, their rates sit between 40 and 50 cents per kilowatt hour. Your rates are literally nearly triple the national average. So any formula you find online built on that 16-cent average is going to estimate a bill that is way, way less than half of what you'll actually end up paying. Section 2, the hourly cost formula. Let's strip away the mystery and look at the actual simple math behind these steep costs. This is the formula that dictates your bill. Kilowatts drawn, multiplied by your electricity rate, equals your cost per hour of runtime. It really is that simple. Now for the kilowatts drawn part, you just need to know that your system's compressor is what pulls the massive power load. The indoor blower fan, it uses very little by comparison, usually under a mere 500 watts. It's the heavy lifting of that compressor outside that drives the whole formula. Now, what's really interesting about this is how it translates to your specific home. An AC's power draw depends almost entirely on its size, measured in tons. If we look at the middle rows, most San Diego single-family homes use a 3 to 4 ton system. When you factor in an average 45 cents SDG&E rate, you're sitting right in that $1.35 to $2 an hour range. Got a larger 5-ton system, you are well over $2 an hour. But wait. Here's a crucial point that a lot of people miss. Your hourly cost only applies when the compressor is actually cycling and running. Even on a scorching 100-degree day, your AC doesn't run continuously. It cycles on and off. So you're not paying for the whole hour on the clock. You're only paying for the fraction of that hour when the compressor is actively doing work. Section 3, coastal versus inland expenses. Geography and microclimates within San Diego County completely change the daily and monthly math here. Coastal homes, like in La Jolla or Del Mar, are beautifully shielded by the marine layer. A 310 system there might only run 2 to 4 hours a day. But move inland, it's a completely different story. Places in East County like Escondido, El Cajon, or Santee, they suffer sustained 90-plus degree heat. That exact same 310 system inland is forced to run a massive 6 to 10 hours a day, sometimes even more. To put that into perspective, look at this staggering gap. For a coastal home, running that AC might only cost around $95 across a month. But for an inland system running 6 to 10 hours a day during sustained heat, that bill can easily hit $620 a month. Honestly, that right there is the gap between a manageable utility bill and one that completely ruins your month. Section 4, the time of use trap. Let's move on and see how this builds, because we need to talk about the trap that catches most residents completely off guard. Most SDG&E customers are on a time of use plan. That means your price isn't flat. Look at the 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. window right in the middle there. This is the absolute worst combination you can ask for. It's the peak highest price from the utility company, overlapping exactly with the peak outdoor heat. It's literally a trap. There's a brilliant quote from the data that really cements this concept. Running the same AC at noon instead of 6 p.m. can cost meaningfully less per hour, even though the equipment and the outdoor temperature haven't changed. So under these time of use plans, when you run your AC matters just as much to your final bill as how long you run it. Section 5, cutting your AC costs. So the crucial point is, how do we actually fix this? Well, without breaking the laws of physics, there are really only 2 levers you can pull to lower that cost formula. Number 1, improve your equipment's efficiency to lower the kilowatts drawn. And number 2, shift your runtime hours outside of that brutal peak pricing window. Okay, let's get into the specific tactics. First, check your system's SEER2 ratings. A modern 18 to 20 SEER2 system uses 30 to 40% less power than older units doing the exact same job. Second, pre-cool your house in the early afternoon before 4 p.m., so you can just coast through those expensive peak hours. Third, use a programmable schedule. Let the house drift a few degrees warmer when you're not even there. And finally, schedule regular HVAC maintenance. Skipping maintenance leaves you with a dirty coil, which quietly makes a 3-ton unit guzzle expensive power like a 4-ton unit. So, I'll leave you with this to think about. Is your AC's efficiency secretly inflating your SDG&E bill? It's time to take control. Check your SEER2 rating, schedule a tune-up, and apply this formula to your own home so you can finally stop overpaying. Thanks for joining us for this explainer. Stay cool out there and learn your numbers.